Hey boys and girls, now we're going to show you a steam engine running, and you're going to be able to see some of the smoke coming out of the smokestack when we run it here in a little bit. Alright, so my husband Tom here.
Hey guys.
And my daughter Julia, she's helping out too because Tom built her one of these special train cars, which we'll tell you about here soon. So the first thing we're going to do is have Tom tell us about some of the train cars.
Okay, so the first, actually it's not the car, it's the engine. This engine is about 70 years old. It's all heavy metal, there's a whistle in the tender, and it even smokes. So I'll show you guys the smoke here. Okay, the next car, this is an aquarium car, a fish car. This car here is about 70 years old as well. And it's got a switch on it so the fish can swim while it's on the siding. There's a little motor in the car that makes it run. Okay, this next car here, this is another fish car. It's a newer one. This one's only about 15 years old. It's supposed to be a trout car. And the next one here, that's a Mickey car. I made this out of a junk car. I got a little Mickey Mouse man, and that's for our fourth grader, Julia. She got it for Christmas one year. The next car here, this is a chicken car. Again, this car was made, I think, probably 1955. It's an older car. Here's a horse car. This was made in the early 60s. And as it goes, you can see the horses bob in and out. And the last car is a giraffe car. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take a couple of these cars off, because the train likes to derail with them, and Miss Lori will talk to you about trains a little bit while I switch them up.
Okay, so that is going to be some of the cars that we're going to run around the track. We're just taking a few of them off. And then you should be able to see them come around, and you should be able to see the engines smoking. And there's the giraffe popping out again.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so here goes the train.
Now guys, I've never run this steam engine on this loop of track before. This loop of track, only the passenger car, the red engine and the silver cars go on this one, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully it won't derail.
Then we'll come over here to the other side of the tunnel. We should be able to see its headlight soon. There it is.
So guys, if you look at these signals here that I wired, green means go. Green means everything is good. If you notice the light changed red, that means it's halfway through the tunnel on the layout. So I know exactly where the engine is because it's a hidden loop.
Alright, I think we'll take one more spin around. And here it comes one more time out of the tunnel. Alright, so thank you so much for watching our train video.
Miss Lori, I think we should give them a quick little tour of the train room. I can explain some of the things we've got. If they have another 5 minutes, we can go through things quick and I can show them some of my stuff really fast. So guys, as you can see, the train room's under construction. It's a big loop. I can run 6 or 7 trains at once. A lot of these trains are really old, so you got to be really careful with them. Miss Lori, if you'll show us some of these buildings down here. Julia, turn on all the lights. So this station here, this was built in the 1930s, so it's almost 90 years old. Same with this one here, this little factory station. I built all these tunnels and mountains. Trains run all under here too, but it's still under some construction. This little tower here, this is really old. It's about 90 years old. Built our mountain here. It's called Tabby Mountain because our cat Tabby likes to sit on the mountain. We'll look at some of my engines over here. All steam engines, couple diesel engines. Here's some passenger stations down here. Here's another diesel engine. Again, more buildings. This is another town. It's still under construction. All these shelves are my trains. So if you see here, I got a boat car. I got a searchlight car. Tanker car to haul gas. I've got another car, hauler car. And I don't usually run this car. These cars are really breakable. Very valuable cars, so I don't want to run that one too much. We've got these cars here. They're little freight cars. There's a magnet in the track, and when you pull this, the man will pop out. More tank cars. You've got a crane car here. Another crane car. Here's this car's motorized. There's a bad guy and there's a sheriff, and he chases him around the car. Runs off of power from the tracks. Here's a bridge car. It's called a flat car. Here's another one, another version of it. Here's my helicopter car. This one's not as old. This car's only about 60 years old. This is probably one of the most valuable cars we've got. Not many were made. I think only about 500 of these. So we never run this car. Too big a chance of it falling off and breaking. What other neat cars we got? We got a cable reel car. It's a flat car. This one can haul wheels from the train. Here's an old tomato juice car. Another passenger train here. Little searchlight car. Here's a milk car. There's a little milkman in there. When you press the track, there's a button on the track. He'll pop out and throw milk cans. Maybe next year I'll have that part running and Miss Lori can show you that. Got a boat car up here. Here's another one of those freight cars with the men in it. See them pop out. Let's go show them the really old cars, Miss Lori. So here's a track cleaning car. This car, you pull it behind an engine, and there's a motor in here, and this spins, and this cleans the tracks for me. This car here is a snowplow engine. Actually, it's not a car, it's an engine. I got a trolley here. You can see the people in it. Little gang car. You can see the little men on the gang car. Now these engines here, or these cars here, these are the oldest cars I've got, and trains. So these ones here on the bottom, these were built all before World War II, which means they're very, very old. These cars here are about 90 years old. Very hard to find them in nice condition. Some of these have been beaten up, played pretty hard with by little kids, but I rescued these out of a junk bin and cleaned them up and polished them. And this engine here, this is another really, really old engine. And if you notice the couplers on these, they're old hook couplers.
Mr. Tom, they might like the twins car.
Yep, we'll show them that in a second here. So this here is one of my oldest engines. This engine here is almost 100 years old. Doesn't run, but I'm working on it. Needs a few things fixed inside. If you guys notice, all the really old toys, they're made really good. That's why they're last so long. Plus, the kids that owned these trains before I did took really good care of them. So it's important to take good care of your stuff. Okay, got another car here. This is the twins car. This car is pretty new. This one's only about 10 years old. Miss Lori gave that to me for my birthday. Got a coal car, another engine. Again, these trains are all pretty new. Well, they're only about 60 years old. These are about 30 years old. This engine here, this is Miss Lori's engine when she was a small girl. She got it maybe when she was about 4 or 5. And then right below it, this is my very first engine that I got when I was about 5 or 6. Got another passenger train way up high. Yeah, so that's
All right.
kind of the
Well,
collection.
thank you
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you for the tour, Mr. Tom and Julia. And I hope everyone enjoyed watching our trains, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.